This is big time basketball. I'm actually kind of nervous this time going against the Chuckers this time. Obviously remember back in game 11 when I lost 45-44 to last second buzzer beater by Kiesha Phillips. But now we are here in the conference finals against those said Chuckers, and they'll be chucking up shots, hoping to knock off the #1 seed in the Parks Conference. So let's get going. And they're putting Kiesha at the guard. I don't know what's going on here. 4 ball handling. Maybe they know something I don't know. So let's get going.
Hiya, folks.
And this is played at
on the court today are
good old Tech State University. I love how they had that in the backyard soccer. They got like Tech State University, what other one? University Tech. And this is a big mismatch, and we better win that tip off. So obviously, I don't know if they're trying to get a Texas Tech, their own Texas Tech out of this. Texas Tech's not the best, and that was a terrible shot. Texas, and that's a steal by Jocinda. Texas Tech's not the greatest of basketball programs of all time. They've only been like 35 weeks in the top 25, but apparently they just want to have a big gym. And I would have liked to play in a little Hinkle Fieldhouse Hoosier action. That'd be cool for a conference final. And that's a mismatch. Not the greatest ball handling. And that's it. Kiesha's game right there is the inside J. I love the bandbox setting here. Court is really close to the bleachers. It's a very intimate arena. You got a lot of banners on the ceiling. It's a good sign for the university. I like the ambiance in here. I might maybe like it even more than the championship game when you're playing in a pro arena. There's just something about being in the college arena, and that's Kiesha Phillips is letting us know where she is at all times on the court. And Vicky drives the hole, and she lays it up, going aggressive today, and that's got to be our MO. I feel in the Norton security virus update I'm getting here, like I usually do, or at least I did in the last game. And that's a steal by what's his name? Stretch, my man. And I'm actually very excited that I'm facing the Chuckers, even though I lost to the Chuckers in the regular season. The sneakers and the complete statted, if you don't know what I'm saying, and we almost ran that down, Thor Herring is very threatening to my existence, and I would have not liked to see that. Kiesha is just money from inside. She's going to be dialing that up all day long. I'm going to find a way to shut her down. I don't know if I will be able to do that. Who cares about stats? Let's not spread the wealth. So let's just get Vicky those shots. And Vicky doesn't knock it in, and I could have gotten a little bit closer. Couldn't pull that off. Trying to knock it out of the stud's hands. Get it out of here, and that's out on Kiesha Phillips somehow. I'm going to call a timeout before I have a violation here. Let's see who we can check out. We'll get Ahmed in, and we're going to have to leave Jocinda in to keep the glue together on this court. Obviously, Stephanie running the point. Let's see if they sub anybody in. I say, or they say nay, and that's a steal. That's a steal. Back to back. Bookended by turnovers here. That's a pass to Jocinda Smith, and we are running the 3-man weave very effectively. Didn't really go in for the layup, running for the short bunny. And the people really did take a, or were really improved, I would say, graphics-wise. The fans that is, they're definitely. Now they're pretty close to 3D at least, whereas obviously in the first generation of backyard games, which I loved, they were only 1D. I kind of like the Cameron indoor element here too, with the basketball not being held up by a stanchion, but rather being held up by just the supports from the ceiling. That's kind of a Hinkle Fieldhouse, or at least a high school setup right there. Not enough in their payroll to set up the stanchion, and we're getting a block party there. At the apex of her leap, she airballs it. That's why I don't shoot those shots. I just felt compelled to do that. I better not be wasting possessions like that in the playoffs, though. And that's a steal. That's another block for Kiesha Phillips. Phillips Flowers. What now? I don't know if you guys know what Phillips Flowers is, but it's a flower corporation, if you couldn't guess. And they're not going to be able to get one in to end the first quarter, and we go away with the 10-point lead. Chuckers are shooting 100% from the field, or at least inside the arc. I'm going to put Stretch in, try to keep the 2-guard lineup thing not going. Because I'm going to need some ball handling and some speed. If you're facing somebody like Kiesha Phillips, that's a beast down low. Not the greatest ball handler. You're going to want to have ball handlers yourself I didn't exhibit that right there. And Stretch got a steal. If he can get it past, I don't know who that is. We got past him. Stretch is going to go in for the Pringle roll. He lays it up. George Gervin, Iceman. Not the Iceman killer that some of you maybe are thinking of. I watched a documentary on that in sociology class. That's a very crazy thing right there. I'm not going to go into it too much. Oh, reading Stretch's eyes, and let's see if she's got the inside touch. She doesn't, but in amongst the trees. Short green-haired lady with 2 points for herself. So if I'm going to go around the outside, I do. Dish it off to Ahmed, and he's a little bit faster than the opponent, and he's going to get 2 points for himself. I thought that was backboard written all over it. Thankfully not. Well, this is definitely a step up from Memorial High Gym. Obviously, they do the good old classic names. And cherry picking much right under the hoop. 2 points for us. And I think I remember the first time I played the Chuckers, I kind of had this predicament where they were not predicament, so to speak, just a issue. And I'm getting interrupted again, just like last game. So I'm gonna have to see you guys another time in a second. So we've completed the first part of the half, and I'll finish up the rest of the first half and the rest of the game next time. And we have a 14-point lead now in the corner. I don't like the location. Got wheels. She got wheels. And she lays it up. So not an empty seat in the house once again. Unfortunately, this university likes to be Cameron Indoor like I already brought up. And they don't like to have. Well, Cameron Indoor has seats in the majority of the arena, but this place just has the benches, very similar to the bleachers at Wrigley Field. And that's a steal, and that's a shot. He's a lefty, it looks like. That's not a very good result, though. And I'm going to get Ahmed to take it up the court. I'm not going to sub. I don't want to slow the pace of the game down. And Stephanie somehow knocks it away. Stretch with the steal. Stretch with the shot. Ugly. That had me puking. And Stretch with the steal, and that's a hard foul. We've shut down Kiesha Phillips. We've done a pretty good job with that. She scored half her team's points, but that half isn't very much. Stephanie Morgan with the reverse layup. Getting flashy. And for some reason, I was about to say, we have the Municipal Gardens background ambiance music going on in the background. Again, we get more backyard sports glitches. I would call this a glitch. And that's up off the before the buzzer. It's good if it goes, and that's not good. Apparently, there's a wall behind there. And for some reason, I think there is Municipal Gardens coding for this Tech State gym as well, because if you look at my team's image and crap, I didn't go to my roster. If you go to the team page right now and you look at our team photo for this game, it is in the background of the Municipal Gardens, so I'm going to call timeout now. And we'll get our main men in right now. I'm not sure how many points each of my guys have, but I'm going to switch this up, go with our starting lineup once again. You always want to start off the second half with your starting lineup and hit the cherry picker. That's a laser beam pass, and apparently that was over the out-of-bounds line, and somehow it's our ball again. Kiesha Phillips getting in the way of that pass, and nobody can get a shot up, or at least a make. In what seems like the past 3 minutes, that one's a contested shot, but that one's knocked down. And that is a dumb pass by me that Stretch fell for. I was just trying to trick you, see if you'd bite for it. And I'm going to go back to my MO, which is the Vicky Kawaguchi drive to the hole. And Jocinda likes to block her shots, apparently. She steals it and blocks her own teammate's shot, but gets it 2 points, no less. So that's a steal for Vicky. That's a put back, and she's got enough arc on that. Everybody's wearing hats in this place, too. You check it out. Little bro's wearing backwards hat, Pablo Sanchez style. I mean, I would say 60% of the population is wearing hats currently. I don't know if that would annoy most of the crowd, considering they would be more difficult for them to see. Kiesha actually misses a shot from in the lane. And how is that counting? And I'm snipping regular season matchup against the Chuckers. Either I got lazy in that game or what. But they had a huge comeback against me, and I'm in danger of having that happen again. So I'm getting stuck in the corner there, and Jocinda fouls. Not a bad foul, I would say. But Kiesha, money from the line. And whoa, she's not wasting any time. And she just goes right to the line and jacks it up. Misses the first one. And the second one is on its way, and that's not going to fall either. Jocinda with the rebound. So Kiesha Phillips really not be able to cash in on a pretty important pair of free throws. And thank you for going with the overhead pass, and that is going to be too high for Vicky Kawaguchi. This is sloppy as heck. Only scored 4 points in the second half so far in this minute and a half. And that's out of bounds. Both teams are just falling apart. Both teams are in shambles. Get it out to Jocinda Smith. See if I can get it across half court. Kiesha's not there to steal it. Jocinda's got the wheels. Who am I going to? Have the three-man weave. And no, Kiesha Phillips. Kiesha Phillips' defense is just uncannily good, if that's a word. Vicky Kawaguchi's there for the steal. And she gets herself a couple points, which we were desperately hungry for and in need of. So she puts it up, and somehow that's behind the backboard. I don't think that was behind the backboard. She could have angled it, in my mind. Stretch puts one up from 15 feet. Stretch knocks it home with the soft touch. Huge J for him. Keeping the defense honest, and I'm going to call a timeout here with 39 seconds. And Kiesha Phillips is playing a pretty balanced game, although her offense isn't nearly as powerful as it once was in the regular season, that game we faced them. So get Jocinda down low. She's flex cutting up top. That's not going to be, you know, bounce passes are good, but rolling passes, not so much. And we get another rolling pass by Trent Sizemore. Gets Stephanie Morgan on the cut across the middle. Kiesha Phillips, step for step with old Stephanie Morgan. And up in the air. Dunkalicious. The dunk, Stephanie Morgan. Two-handed, 2 foot. I thought she went with one. Somebody went with one. Maybe it was a one-handed. I can't remember if that was in the regular season or not. And he lines one up from downtown at the top of the key, off the side of the rim, and no good. But we do go into the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead on the Chuckers. We're going to check our lineup right now. Ahmed is struggling with 2 points. We're going to keep him in currently as of right now. And I'm going to get Vicky back in there for Stephanie. I'm going to put Stretch in for Jocinda. Actually, I'm going to keep Jocinda in right now for Stretch. I need a little bit better ball handler. And I'm going for speed right now, just considering Kiesha Phillips is a mad defender and she's got pretty good wheels, and this team is generally better than most teams in terms of stealing off the dribble and defending on the ball stuff just like that. And that's part of the reason I lost that previous game against the Chuckers. Somehow they make the catch, and that is a poor play. Katie Shankar shanking her pass. They are not very efficient. Neither am I right now. Ahmed goes up for the block, but that's not happening. And it's cut down to 13 points now. Ahmed on the break. I thought that was over his headphones. Trying to cut on the baseline, and that's a reach-in foul on Katie Shankar. Unfortunately, not in the shot. He's going to pop one up from about 8 feet. That's no good. Kiesha Phillips is there with the fly swata. And that's a running layup. That's going to be off the side of the backboard. We cannot find a good shot here. It's a smothering defense of the Chuckers. Let's see if they throw another one away. Not this time. Somehow the give and go works across the middle. That looked a bit questionable to me. And she's out of bounds on that entry pass. So it's all unraveling once again, it looks like. I'm unable to put points together. Vicky's there with the steal. Huge momentum shifter there. I was going for the speed. Everybody's touching the ball today, and that's a 2 points for us that we desperately needed. Finally getting 40 points. I remember that was so difficult back when I did my burn offense at the beginning of the season. You would have thought there was no shot clock, the non-shot clock era. And Kiesha Phillips dials one up, and that is a little bit late there. And how did we even get up to get that block anyways? And I don't understand why Vicky Kariuki keeps going, and she has missed 3 straight free throws. I'm going to have to blink a couple times, and I don't understand why Vicky is down low, and Jocinda is not. But I'm going to call timeout here in a second after, and I run out of bounds. I was trying to get my mouse over on the timeout button. Not happening. Knocked away by Jocinda. Shankar catches one, and she is off. Trent Sizemore off the bottom of the rim. Trying to get a steal here, and I cannot pull it off, so it's only a 10-point deficit now. I'm going to call timeout at 1:01. And we're going to put in Stephanie Morgan and stretch for Ahmed. And keep Jocinda in there. She's the glue that will hold my team together. Unfortunately for us, they are not going to take out Kiesha Phillips. I think they would greatly regret that decision if they were to do that. And hopefully Height will win the battle for me there. And I get the pass into Jocinda Smith. Time to burn the clock out if I can't get to the hole. That's going to be tough to do. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to set a rub. She gets ushered out of bounds. Jocinda pops and hits one from the block. A huge shot, and that one about ices game 1 here in the conference finals. Against our nemesis. Trying to get in front of Kiesha Phillips there, my best defender. Gary Payton, the glove, no pun intended. And Kiesha Phillips could not hit today. She hits the layup though. So theoretically, this should be the last possession of the game if Stretch can get the ball across half court here. Not a big deal though. And they bring it within single-digit lead. Stretch gets the entry pass, and he's going to hawk one up, and that'll be it for us and it for the Chuckers' chance to win the opening game here in the conference finals as we go away with the win at Texas State University, 42-34, looks like. Turnovers sloppy. Both match each other in assists and field goal percentage. The difference for us, though, was the shots attempted, the 7 more shots for us, enabling us to come out with, that was a pretty crucial win. So check the playoffs, see how things are going. The Trash Suckers, how did I do against them in the regular season? I won by 10, and I only beat the Monsters by 1. So I'm pulling for the Trash Suckers there. Regardless, we want to win our next game against the Chuckers and keep them away from that banner. I'll see you guys game 2. We'll be playing the Chuckers with the hopes of ending this conference finals in the Parks Conference right then and there.